Mourners have been keeping vigil at former Speaker Jacob Oulanyah's home in Muyenga, 6 days after he died in a U.S. hospital. Among those present at yesterday's vigil is the leader of opposition, Mathias Mpuuga, and fellow opposition MPs who commended the fallen speaker for his outstanding character.
He was that sincere. I'm driving to the depth of his sincerity. And as a presiding officer, he never had the arrogancy of saying, I have it all. The lawyer that he was, when he knew you were right, he would call you and say, you were right.
However, after this, the Nyendo Mukungwe MP and the NUP Deputy President for the Central Region expressed his disappointment with the Chief Justice's statements. During his address at the vigil on Wednesday, Chief Justice Alfonse Dollo criticized the opinion leaders from the Central Region for not condemning a group of what he called wicked people who demonstrated against the late Jacob Oulanyah's hospitalization in the U.S.
As leaders, must be careful. We should cease, we should stop, we should be careful in speaking a language that has the potential of framing especially ethnic undertones in this country. I listened to the Chief Justice and I was saddened. A Chief Justice of this land? A Chief Justice standing in front of OJ's portrait and communicate ethnic undertones? That is not leadership. I hope he will reflect on his views about sections of this country. We have a duty to keep this country together.
Former presidential candidate Lieutenant General Henry Tumukunde Kakulugo and UPC Party President Jim Akena were also in Muyenga and had this to say.
Was that like me, he was very firm, extremely firm. When he had a position, he defended it passionately, actually. I could also say aggressively. And you know, he was a very big man. Whenever he would be speaking, it needed that he would be speaking to a man like Ngola. If he's speaking to a man like me, I sometimes would withdraw for fear of physical assault. He was very aggressive. But what lightened his aggressiveness was his articulateness. He was very articulate.
The qualities which came out are consistent by those who knew him personally. Almost everybody who spoke of a nationalist, spoke of somebody who was determined, somebody who was committed, somebody who was driven.
Arrangements to return the body of former Speaker Jacob Oulanyah into the country for burial are reportedly in advanced stages.